Toward the beginning of 1993, Puccio, age 20, began dating Lisa Connolly, age 18. Frustrated by how much time Puccio spent with Kent, age 20, as well as Kent's treatment of Puccio, Connolly tried to distract Kent from Puccio by setting up her friend Alice Willis, age 17, with Kent. Kent and Willis dated for a few weeks, but she ultimately ended the relationship because he was abusive. In June, Puccio confided to Connolly that Kent had been abusive to him quite often over the years. Connolly tried to convince him to end the friendship, but Puccio seemed hesitant. By this time, Connolly knew she was pregnant with Puccio's child, and was determined to pursue a permanent relationship with Puccio, who to her was the impossible dream, the god of the beach. Allegedly, Connolly decided that Kent needed to be eliminated permanently, and began talking to Puccio and other friends about murdering him. On July 13, 1993, Connolly called Willis and told her that Bobby Kent was planning to come to Palm Bay, Florida, where Willis was living, to murder her and smother her baby, unless she returned to Broward County to date him again. Willis claimed Connolly asked her to come to Connolly's house to discuss murdering Bobby Kent. Willis went to Connolly's house and brought two friends, her current boyfriend, Donald Semenuk, age 17, and Heather Swallers, age 18. On the night of July 13, 1993, Puccio, Semenuk, Swallers, Connolly and Willis met with Kent. Puccio, Semenuk, and Swallers became uncomfortable and left. Connolly and Willis decided to lure Kent to a new development under construction, in nearby Weston, with the promise that he would be able to drive Willis' Mustang and have sex with her. Connolly had brought along her mother's pistol, intending to kill Kent while he was distracted by sexual activity with Willis, but was unable to go through with shooting him. Despite the failed attempt, Connolly still wanted Kent dead. Seeking assistance, she contacted a self-proclaimed hitman named Derek Kaufman, age 20, who had been recommended by a friend of Willis. The group met Kaufman at his home in Rolling Oaks. They wanted him to get a gun so they could kill Kent that night, but Kaufman told them he could not procure a weapon that quickly. Willis, Connolly, Semenuk and Swallers then went back to Connolly's house and were joined by her cousin, Derek Verco, age 19. The group continued to discuss their plans, and ultimately decided to go ahead with murdering Kent the next night, with Kaufman's assistance. Late on the night of July 14, 1993, the seven met at Puccio's house and finalized their plans. Puccio contacted Kent and convinced him to come out with the group that night, with the promise that they would race their cars and that Willis wanted to have sex with him again. The group assembled their weapons. Between them, they had two knives, a lead pipe, and a baseball bat. Around 11:30 p.m., they picked Kent up from his home and headed out to a construction site. When they arrived at the site, Willis, in accordance with the plan, took Kent off to a secluded spot where they were talking. Swallers joined them there. While she and Willis distracted Kent, Semenuk came up and stabbed Kent in the back of the neck with a knife. When Kent asked for Puccio's help, Puccio stuck a knife in Kent's stomach. Kent yelled out an apology, but Puccio continued to stab him. When Kent tried to flee, Puccio, Semenuk, and Derek Kaufman followed him and continued wounding him. Puccio then slit Kent's throat and hit his head against the ground. Kaufman then approached and hit Kent in the head with a baseball bat, which was the final blow. After this, Verco, Semenuk, Puccio, and Kaufman helped dump Kent's body on the edge of the shore of the marsh, in the belief that alligators would eat the decaying body.